airborne now. The two Leonardo Wildcat HMA.2 got the Royal Navy helicopter display team, the Black Cat. The pilots of the two Wildcats for this year's Black Cat display are Lieutenant Tom Pettick and Lieutenant Commander Gary McCall. Both of them and their helicopters come from 825 Naval Air. Watch out for their first manoeuvre, which is an opposing 180-degree wing over. There they are, just positioning precisely onto the line towards the display datum point, getting ready for that opposing wing over. Black 1 slipping left, Black 2 to the right. We are now heading away from us in parallel on the axis, descending to 100 feet, but then once again pulling up into further wing overs to cross over right in front of us. So the team started in 2001 as the Lynch pair, and have been the first official Royal Naval flying display team since the Sharks disbanded with their gazelles in the mid-1990s. And this type was originally known as the Lynch Wildcat, being an offshoot of the earlier Lynch family, but now known solely as the Wildcat. In for and cross. And both heading away along the airfield at around 100 feet. That stands for Helicopter Maritime Attack Mark II. So they're now heading away from us. Blacks 1 and 2 offset 45 degrees from the main B-axis, performing 225-degree wing overs to roll out on the main B-axis and again head in towards us. And when they reach the display datum, they'll be performing climbing line breadth formation up to 500 feet. Black 1 on the right, Black 2 on the left. both of those overs, both Wildcats, performing descending 360-degree turns, and they'll be recovering in line abreast once again, side by side, at the display centre point at 100 feet. Transition to the right and back into line of stern. The heart of the weapon systems for those aircraft there on very good display. The electro-optical sensor on the front, plus the sea-scanning radar, which is there to support short-range and heavy strike anti-surface missiles. The Wildcat is also an interoperable platform, and that was proven in September 2022 when a maritime Wildcat laser designated a target which was then attacked by an RAF Typhoon by a paid wave 4 bomb. There's joint service operations if ever there were, but we come now to the concluding manoeuvre of the display, accelerating in towards you, ready for their final crossing break. The 2025 Royal Navy Black Cats. Now we turn to our operational theme for RIAT 25, Eyes in the Sky, and to the historical aspect of that theme which is reflected both in the air and on the ground. We go back to the very early part of World War II. This was when one flying officer, Maurice Longbottom, always known inevitably as Shorty, who was already something of a specialist in aerial reconnaissance, issued in August 1939 a memorandum, Photographic Reconnaissance of Enemy Territory in War was the title. It advocated the use on photographic reconnaissance missions of suitably modified Supermarine Spitfires. A few weeks later, another aerial reconnaissance specialist, the Australian-born Sidney Cotton, issued similar recommendations. He's seen the potential of a high-performing, dedicated photo reconnaissance type before World War II, with the use of a specially modified Lockheed 12A Electra Junior on photo reconnaissance duties before war broke out, undertaking some very